Until death, I perform virtuous deeds with body, speech, and mind. From now until this time tomorrow, I perform virtuous deeds with body, speech, and mind. We take refuge in the kind rule Lama and the lineage Lamas. We take refuge in the deity of the mandalas of Yadams. We take refuge in all the exalted Buddhas. We take refuge in the perfect Dharma. We take refuge in the excellent order of the Sanghas. We take refuge in all the noble Dhakas, Dakinis, and the Dhamma gardens, possessors of the eye of wisdom. Until I attain the heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in all the Buddhas. I take refuge in the Dharma and likewise in the example of the Bodhisattvas. As previous Buddhas embraced the enlightened mind and the progress on the Bodhisattva's path, I too, for the benefit of all sentient beings, giving birth to bodhicitta and apply myself to accomplish each stage of the path. In the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha most excellent. I take refuge until enlightenment is reached. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may attain Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. May all mother sentient beings, boundless as the sky, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they liberate from suffering the causes of suffering. May they never be suffered from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. We skip the long 7 lamp prayer. Go to short mandala first. The ground is sprinkling with the scented water and strewed with the flowers. It is adorned with the meadow, the spread mountain, the 4 continents, the sun and the moon. As Buddha fair, I offer it. May all sentient beings attain the happiness as the Buddha fears. To the Lama who possesses the 3 kayas, I offer the altar, inner and the sacred offerings, with my body, wealth, and all that is visible. Please grant me supreme realization and enlightenment. Whatever merit I have gathered through prostrations, offerings, confession, rejoicing, beseech and praying, for the sake of the enlightenment of all sentient beings, all these are dedicated. Om Gururina Mandrala, Pinzamanga, Samandra Savarana, Samaye Ahom. I call refuge, ornament of the world. Your fame provides the 3,000 words. You are the victor Vajradhara, without dropped. I bore 8 feet of Father Jiktin Sungo. Continually I think of no one but you. Compassion one grant your blessings. Dispel darkness that surrounds my heart. Please bless me so that I can realize the unlimited nature of mind. Please stand aware of the Dharma of the 2 vehicles and the combinations according to the disposition, and likewise the mental capacity of sentient beings. Manjushri, long press to Manjushri. His wisdom is brilliant like the sun, free of the clouds of 2 worlds, and perceive the various steps of knowledge in the true nature. For this reason, he holds the wisdom text at his heart. He has compassion for all beings who are suffering from the darkness of ignorance and the prison of samsara as a father for our only son. Like a thunderclap, he awakens those who are sleeping in ignorance and losing the charm of karma through the 60 branch of Haramana speech. He wears wisdom silver to cast sadness of suffering and to dispel darkness of confusion. In the Bodhisattva form, he is pure from beginningless time, fully accomplished in the 10 levels, and perfect in the body of all knowledge. I supplicate you, Manjushri, adorned by 112 sons of Buddha, to dispel darkness of my ignorance. Om Arapasanade, Om Arapasanade, Om Arapasanade, Om Arapasanade, Om Arapasanade, Om Arapasanade, Om Arapasanade. Om Arapasanade, Om Arapasanade, Om Arapasanade, Om Arapasanade, Om Arapasanade, Om Arapasanade, Om Arapasanade. Om Arapasanade, Om Wangeshoram, Om Wangeshoram, Om Wangeshoram, Om Wangeshoram, Om Wangeshoram, Om Wangeshoram, Om Wangeshoram. You who are the perfect beautiful body, whose flames of wisdom blazes, and dispel darkness of worldly ignorance, are posted before you and pressed to Manjushri. Yone Gelen Changwai Po Yishe Dome Rabden Bar Jitin Tumo Minsarwa Jambar Yangla Sanser Tu Tangke Doje Shaje Reisen Rong Yinje Medo Deje Bongjomba Serje Lembo Davar Jibeke Shaje Jarbe Shala Gezanze Jagar Benjin Bula Gadin Je Beman Yone Galan Den Romi Tata Lono Zimbe Kanonze Orjin Rombo Jela Zorwande Dorjin Chanjin Telo Narota Marba Mela Chije Gambo Pa Pamo Juba Jarwan Digombe Kaju Lama Namla Zorwande Romain Juje Yenje Bodang Te Som Sanje Genje Ngowonye Ransen Jiga Ngozon Donzebe Zawe Lame Jala Zorwande. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So I'm going to share hearing liberation. Before hearing liberation teaching, so I think good to share this Tanka. Can you see the Tanka image? No?
Yes, we can now.
We can.
Yeah. Put in the screen share is clear?
Yes.
Okay. Well, so far we went through, in this Yadam deities teaching. So this teaching hearing liberation, introduction beginning, and main teaching in the middle, conclusion. So 3 sections. Introduction is we finished. Main teaching is followed by going to share 3 different sections. It's more major 3 sections. Death Bardo, reality Bardo, becoming Bardo, or we call the warm Bardo or taking birth Bardo. So the 3 different levels follow this teaching. And the death Bardo, first death Bardo, we, what we talked, that realization is a Dharmakaya. So who has meditated Mahamudra Dzogchen, who has that teaching, so that person has ability to liberate in the death Bardo. The reality Bardo also has opportunity to liberate in the Dharmakaya states too. But reality Bardo more explain about in this. So far we went through this 42 peaceful deities. And then in the center, Buddha is Kingzam Yamyong is like Samenda Bada, Samenda Bari. So it's actually the main Yadam deity. And so when we share this teaching, Samenda Bada is realized true nature. That's the realization, is real liberation to the Dharmakaya, is a Samanda Bari states. It's called Dharmakaya liberation. Then Sambhonakaya liberation, who recognize all these deities, appearances is our own emanation, is all our own appearances. So that has the, person has ability to liberate Sambhonakaya. So far, you can see my arrows or no? Where the pointing the arrow? Okay.
Yes.
So in this one, Y1 is here. Is called Buddha Vairocana. We talked, 5 Buddhas is Buddha Vairocana. And the front of this Samandabhara is small one due to the Tanka draw, so you cannot give big space there. It's the center Buddha Vairocana. When we share that, it's like white color, Buddha Vairocana. And then you go to left, Tanka's right side. Tanka's right side, your left side, I think. Okay, so the bottom, this is Akhyobya Buddha Vajrasattva. And eastern, we talk to share the Buddha. And then you go to our left side, the top part, you can see the arrow. So this is a Rina Sambhava Sotin Buddha. And then you can go to other side, and the Tanka's right side is red color is Buddha Amitabha. And then go down, and the front and the corner there, green color is Amongaside. So it's North Buddha. So that's the way so far we share, 5 Buddha. And then this 5 Buddha has different retinules. So you can see he has like also Yab and Yom retinue, unite and union. Also, you can see this Tanka has 2 female Bodhisattvas, 2 male Bodhisattvas is retinules, each one has. So that's the 5 Buddha. And then you can see the 5 sages, means 5 Buddhas, 6 Buddhas. The representative is 6 Rams. So here, white Buddha and blue, and then front has red and blue, another, Tanga's right side blue, and the Buddha Shakyamuni. So that's called 6 Buddhas. This 6 Buddha is the liberating 6 realms. So we talked 6 sages. So this is this 6 Buddha. Then right now we are in the called the Renzeng. It's like the very powerful kind of, not really wrathful, but semi-wrathful. I think semi-wrathful, like slightly wrathful. So then that Buddhas in here, so first this 5, another 5 Heruka wrathfuls. It's come from 5. We share this all 5 is arising, and one by one. So this 5 is in this corner red, and same is see. So we have to follow by this way, and this each Buddha has also wrathful way to appear. Right now here is the east part is white here, and this all the mention about, I don't remember right now names. So we went through one by one, this mention about one by one. So why, and then, how to call this color is, this color is a fire, like gold color, and red. So, and this dark blue here. So this 5 is actually 4 there, 4. We went through this one by one, and shared that is Herukas, like kind of wrathfuls. Then also we share in these ones. Right now, today we are followed by this. See, in this top of this tanka has red femur, and then so oh, I see this red femur, and then this we went through. Right now, we are in this state. So today we are in the south. I think south side. So yellow. This is actually yellow one. Yellow Buddha. So that's right now we are going through in this wrathful ones. But it's always a part of the, peaceful Buddhas, not still not yet wrathful deity as arise. Still is part of the 42 peaceful Buddhas. So now I'm going to go into the teaching. So so like which tankas like in the following. So okay, so now we are from the south of the mandala. That's correct, right? South of mandala.
Yes, it's correct.
Okay, south of mandala. So we in that wrathful yellow one, actually kind of fire, golden color is actually yellow. So that's like wrathful ones in the tanka has directions. So that is one is coming here. Today we are in the south. From the south of the mandala, the Vijayadhara. So this is called the Vijayadhara, known as the awareness holder with the power over the lifespan, where instantaneously arise. So this Buddha is instantaneously arise. His body yellow in color and adorned by the excords 8 manor marks. So they have 8 manor marks means like different symbols. So then each symbol is, usually we share the Yadam deity practice. In the Yadam deity practice, the symbolize, recollection of purity. So then also we can, claim symbols. So there's 8 manor marks. He's embraced by his consort, a Yalu Dakini, who is dancing with the blood, filled score, and the carved knife, rise in the gesture of pointing to the sky. So that's the sort of the mandala. And this one has like different directions mandala. And then this is the sort mandala. Next is from the west of the mandala. So the Vijayadhara, known as the awareness holder of the great seer, where instantaneously arise, his body red in color, his face reddened and smiling. He is embraced by his consort, a red Dakini, who is dancing with a blood-filled skull and a carved knife, rise in the gesture of pointing to the sky. So that's the from west of the mandala, and then also same this this Vijayadharas, each direction color or is followed by the 5 Buddhas. Same color. So these 5 Buddhas looks like more wrathfully arising, not 100% wrathful, but little different than before, because this is going through the Bardo. Each day has more harder experience. So that's why this the day 7, I think, or this Buddhas is arising. but we already talked, there's someone joined only today, maybe harder to understand what we're talking about. So you all have this, like teaching, we've went through a couple of weeks. So all is actually our own emanation and our own percepts. So that's why who has practiced Yadam deities, and then all the form can transform to in this kind of body. Then if long as you have ability to, the appearances can transform to the Buddha's body, in this Vijayadhara's form body, we have ability to liberate. If we don't recognize that, if we don't have ability to do that, then the form arising is frightening, fears, and so no that great. That's why this is really fear and scared. So that's the reason when we are in the lifetime, important, all these deities, fears, we recognize, we knowing, then all this frightening, fear can transform to this Buddha's form body. Because this each direction, we're talking about, that time, our different elements, different perception is arising. So if recognize, it's all this Vijayadharas, awareness, hold of great seer. If we don't recognize, then this all is for the Maras, for, who come to in the Bardo, especially who create some negative karma, their percepts is this become arise, this form is, for the called Mara and Yamas. We actually another word called Yamas means like who make the more nervous, scared in the Bardo beings. So, the reason is like due to their negative karmic percepts. So if who has this Vajrayana teaching and practice, even there has this negative percepts can transformed. Long as you have a connection to this hearing liberation teaching. So also we have to know this appearance is we know making the fears ourselves here, this fears appearance is arise in the Bardo for disease. When the arise these fears in the appearances in the Bardo, long as you have a connect to this teaching and devotion to sacred mantrayana, you have ability to liberate. Now we actually sharing this teaching practices, we get training ourselves when we get in the Bardo. So that's why, we have to know in this appearance form bodies, not who has a connection to the Yadam deities, they don't recognize these form bodies. There no arise the same exactly what we're sharing here. Who has a teaching, who practice Yadam deities, then that person can transform all this frightening, the very danger appearance is can transform to this Buddha's form body. Okay, so another reason could be maybe mistake. My thoughts, the Vajrayana teaching is like heart antidote heart, cord antidote cord. So same, here is like frightening appearances arise. That time you visualize also this wrath for deities. Is wrath for deity is antidote to the appearances of fear, appearance of the fears. Very danger, scared appearances arise. You transform this wrathful percepts become antidote to the wrathful is to the antidote to the negative, strong fear and negative, strong appearances of danger. That's the, could be, that's the reason it's like wrathful coming. Because of Bardo being disease, perceptions become very strong and strong. So that's why also our meditation, deity also changing, become strong and strong. So cannot be one solution for all this Bardo appearances. Each state has different solutions. So that's why all these different Buddhas like become more wrathful, more, powerful, more like kind of danger looking. The reason is Bardo being more suffering, more scared, more nervous, more fears. So that's what we have to know. Then it's red Dakini who is dancing with a blood fear, skull and a cup knife. Rest in the gesture of pointing to the sky. So that's the female Buddha. Then we go to the from the north of the mandala. The Vijayadhara known as the awareness, holder of spontaneously presence, where instantaneously arise. So this arise. Another here is what I understand is because here talking about from the north of the mandala means if you have ability to realize your mandala, you can come into the north of the mandala. It's Among Us Siddhi, peaceful deity is Among Us Siddhi. Right now here is Vijayadhara, known as the awareness, holder, spontaneously presence. So, 5 Buddha is actually one family. So they have 4 directions. Which direction you get in the mandala. So then that's why, also these 4 directions are called different little bit, we say like slightly, of course, different families. Pema family, Vajra family, Karma family. So we talk about different families. And which gate you can come in. So that means like we are belong to that deity's mandala. Even generally one mandala, but specifically you are getting into that mandala connections. Example, this whole universe is one world, but you come into the world birth is like we get different citizenships. So we are connection to different countries' citizenship. Same, in the Bardo, long as the disease have ability to recognize this, and then they can come into the mandala, which direction. So you come to, in example, from north of the mandala. So you are representative and part of the, Buddha, Rina Sambhava, no Rina Sambhava, it's a Buddha, what is called the accomplishment Buddha. So the Rinchen Yonde, no, Lo Rinchen Yonde, no Namanta is on Yutuba. So Tibet we call Tonyutuba. So we see the names. So that belong to that mandala. So that's the, we have to recognize, understanding. Then his body green in color. So I say Among Us, we usually call Among Us. So then, we belong to that mandala. His face both wrathful and smiling. He is embraced by his consort, a great Dakini, who is dancing with a beloved, fair skull and a cup knife, rise in the gesture of pointing to the sky. So now this is, the generation stage. We have to recognize why we have this wrathful and this, this one has like Yap and Yom, female and male, embrace by his consort. Why? Reason is, all these forms arise. The form appearances arise. We have to transform to the Buddha's form. Appearance is all form is we have to transform to the Buddha's form. So Buddha's form is empty is concert. Empty is arise, the form is mere Buddha. Yab and Yom means, Yom is wisdom, is empty part. Appearance is emptiness. And appearance is no nothingness. Empty is apart to the form. So that is called Yab, is man. And then emptiness and, seeing form is inseparable. It's become union, I think unand or union. Okay, so that's the you have to understand. Because in this teaching right now section is not Mahamudra. Mahamudra, you don't have to visualize this. The reason is like appearance form is empty, emptiness form. Form is no other than emptiness. Emptiness is no other than form. So that realization is Dzogchen and Mahamudra, also perfection of wisdom. And someone don't have that realization, Mahamudra, then someone practices Yadam deity often. So that person has another ability to transform all the frightening, danger, scared appearances transform to this Buddha's form. Buddha's form is wisdom and method inseparable. So that's why we need, form body must be Yab and Yom and union, inseparable. Okay, so that's the very important you have to know. Otherwise, people also get misunderstood here. So also more coming, this explain about this Yadam deity wrath for more coming. You go to more higher level Tantra teachings. Single form body is kind of more outer level explanation. It's Yab Yom is more inner level, explanation. So that's why go more deeper level is become always union. The reason is, another reason is no draw. Another reason is equanimity. And another reason is not this, the conceptual thoughts, free from conceptual thoughts. And another reason, our true nature reality. Always wisdom and method is inseparable within our, Buddha's enlightening quality. So another reason, we use this, our emotion is liberated. Its emotion is become transformed to the wisdom. So that's the reason, many reasons. Yab Yom is more profound, more meaningful, more essence, like if you go to more deeper level. Okay, so that's the north of the mandala. So now we go to the other level is, so same mandala, in circling this awareness holders means like we talked for this awareness holders. I think it could be 5 there, center and 4 directions. We talked 5 Buddhas, and also we talked about the awareness, like 5 awareness holders. Yeah, so they were being inestimable or crowds of darkness, the darkness of the 8 channel grounds. So, and then this mandala has all this, 8 channel grounds. So I don't know, maybe not everyone, could be someone already seeing this tantra mandalas. Sometimes we have the durotangas, some is like physically, the bird. And then you can see this, or the mandala inside is 4 directions, center, and then outside the mandala has this, 8 channel grounds. And then they also have many, symbolize this darkness of the 8 channel ground. Darkness of the 4 enlightened families. Darkness of the 3 bodies. Darkness of 10 directions. Darkness of the 24 power places. So this section, we can talk, elaborate a lot, but we can keep simple. I think simple is easy. It's go too much detail and we get confused. So right now here sharing this mandala is, auto level we're talking about, but this all mandala is within our whole body. Within our whole body has this, a channel grounds. It's actually a symmetry, like channel grounds. Then each our part of body has this darkness. Also here's talk about the 24 power places. 24 power places is all is a part of our own body. But also this auto level 24 power places. They mention about, different Buddha, so holy mountains. And then they talk about the belong to these 24 power places. So that's auto level. Many in India has this 24 power places, like different areas, like which part of that places. Then some is like belong to Chakra Sambhara, holy. Some is Vajra Yogini, holy places, like that. Different kind of the holy places we call the 24 power places. Like we can pointing to the auto level place. But reality, truly, our own body has these 24 power places, ground channels, or this darkness, or within our body. So we don't recognize, when we are in right now in the living time, we don't know this, our 24 power places, we don't know ground channels, but people who has this practice yadam deity, and their all this our vein channel drops is transformed to the this yadam deities, and then they have their own experience, totally different. They discover all this, what I know going to sharing is everything our own body has. So the way right now we have this, but we don't know when we die. So
Kempo, we are losing you. We're losing your connection.
Front of us. Can you hear or no?
We can hear now. We can hear now, Campo. But now you froze again.
Yeah, I see.
That's better.
Yeah, it's going. Okay, can check the microphone and then recognize these connections going.
No, we cannot hear you.
One minute, I'm going to share the hotspot. Hi. Hello.
Yes, we can hear you now. If you keep talking.
Okay, so I'm sharing the hotspot, and also bar is very small, so we see what happened. Hopefully, okay. If it's something loose, let me know.
Okay, we're hearing you. Okay, now we can hear you. Not now. We lost you again.
This is appearance coming in the Bardo. You know, okay, I'll come back again. Sorry about lost connections. So better stay in the Wi-Fi, not to go back to the this hotspot sharing. Can you hear?
Yes, we can hear Kempo.
Okay. So now, we are in here, this 24 power places. Okay, so that's all is within our body has. Right now, we don't know. We don't recognize that. So then spiritual heroes and heroines, faithful retainers, and the protectors of the secret teachings, all wearing the 6 kinds of bone ornaments, playing drums, high bone trumpets, skull drums, and wearing banner made of the hide of ritually liberated beings. Canopies and streamers of human hides, the entire display provided by incense clouds of burning human flesh. Okay, so this one section is not easy. You know, if you only thinking about like outside, like separate from within us, and you know, this kind of effort for us, we don't recognize what is. So then person really fear and terrified. So then, you know, the point is here is this body, you know, the pure percept is arising the form. So this delusion is arising the form. That's why, you know, it's become fair for us. So that's why this, you know, right now here, what you hear, or this, you know, just a point of this slideshow, this all is like within our body. Then that's why we have to transform this, recognize our own emanation. We cannot have fear, you know, to become fear, and ourselves is like become frightening, and then through that go to the wrong directions. So that's why whatever in this arise is, we have to recognize that the main point is our own emanation, or is our own appearances, not come from somewhere else. So this section, you know, sometimes we have in the Tantra ritual object. The reason is because we have to know the known drawer. You know, we have to dualistic percepts have to transform. Also, our, like, you know, impure, for ordinary people, impure negative object, that's we have to transform. We have to transform fire afflictive emotion, wisdom. So we have to transform all this impure form body is transformed to the Buddha's form body. Sometimes like very easy to, you can accept about this. I say, okay, anger is transformed to the mirror like wisdom. But sometimes very hard to, you recognize bone, our bone is, we have to recognize, you know, Buddha's bone. So anger is the same as our bone. You know, ignorance is same as our blood, and attachment is the same as our flesh. Okay, so think about, you talk about anger transform, okay, easy, but Tantra teaching telling you your bone is transformed, not except easy. So you have to transform this blood. It's drink, you know, hard to think about that. Yeah. So you say attachment transform to the Buddha Amitabha's form, and what is it called, the disarming wisdom or disarming wisdom. Okay, yeah, easy. Think that, accept easy. You know, but then, you know, this flesh is, we have to eat. It is like, you know, dissolved. Not easy to think about, accept. So that's why you have to understand that this all is like part of the afflictive emotions is form body. We have to dissolve to the no door. That's why this percept is arising. If we have ability to dissolve this percept, then we have ability to get a realization in the Bardo. So long as you see this, canopies and the streamers of human hides, the entire display provided by incense clouds of burning human flesh, then you get terrified or unpleasant. So that's they become wrong view. Reverberating with the sounds of countless and diverse musical instruments, the song permitting all words systems. Then of course like this different kind of, talking about the five senses, we have to think about the five senses. Not only transforming appearances form body, we have to transform all the five object or six object senses. We have to transform. So that's why song permitting all world systems, causing them to vibrate, tremble, and quake. The crescendo will reverberate as if not to split your head. The song is very strong. So then the reason we have to do the, Yadam deity practice, all song is a Buddha's song. And all the song is a mantra. So long as you transform this all song is a mantra, then naturally all form is transformed to this enlightened being's form body. Long as you hear this all songs is enlightened song, emptiness song is hearing is empty. So then we have ability to realize. So that's why, practice Yadam deity or beneficial is in this Bardo of reality, especially this liberation is called Sambhonakaya liberation. So we have different levels, stages of liberation. Dharmakaya liberation is realization Mahamudra in the death of the Bardo, or also in this, reality. Bardo has this Dharmakaya liberation, many stages, ability to realize Dharmakaya liberation. So then in this more focus is a Sambhonakaya liberation. Sambhonakaya liberation, so we always practice Yadam deity. So Yadam deity form is not ordinary form. So we have a Chinrezek form body. You see the forearm. The people don't have forearms, and then, different ornaments. No one has like that. So that we can, bring that perception in our mind, visualize. And then that form is ordinary people cannot perceived. And only through the meditation, you connect to the Sambhonakaya form. So that's why we practice the Yadam deity Sambhonakaya form in the day when we are alive. So in the Bardo, there's always actually Sambhonakaya form is actually within our own body. Apart to the form in the Bardo, we have ability to recognize it. This is my Yadam deity. This is I practice. This is my mother. This is my father. Same, recognize right away. Then we have ability to liberate. So, okay. Then next is performing their diverse dances. So all this, Dakinis and Bodhisattvas diverse dances. This array will come to escort these who have kept their commitments. Actually, who practice Yadam deity, who follow the Samaya, and then who kept the commitment, Samaya, vows. So then this actually the rescue, this deity is rescuing for the disease, like actually, protecting for the disease, and have ability to you recognize this, as long as you have ability to recognize. And to bring to account those who have allowed their commitment to degenerate. So, who not kept the commitments, who created so strong negative karma, then this form is mara of form actually. Depending our bodies, form body of Yadam deity or form body of Mara of form body. So who practice the Yadam deity, then our form is transformed to or it's a Buddha's form body. And who create the negative karma, then form body is called Mara of form body. So that's why, and bring accounting those who have allowed their commitments to degenerate. So this become effort to the form is, make this Bardo beings more fear, scared, and because due to the negative karma perceive arise, appearance form. Okay, and who practice Yadam deity, they can transform this negative form is Yadam deity. Who don't practice Yadam deity, who don't have connections, who create a negative karma, then all the appearance is a negative form. It's Mara of form body. Very clearly, so understand that, I think. So then this is the instruction. So this all the Vijayadhara's effort to us. So that time, so then we have to share this one. All child of Buddha nature are 5 color light, which is indicative of the purity of your habit or tendency in the experience of reality, and of co-emergence, persistent cognition, composed of color, threads of light, treated together, pulsing, shimmering, translucent, radiant, color bright, and awesome, were emanate from the hearts of the 5 principal awareness holders. So this this effort to from this this 5 Vijayadharas. Then and where shine personally before you. So same is like peaceful deity is like shining at the level of your heart with such brilliance that your eye cannot bear it. Draw the realm of
We lost you again, Kempo.
This
You're breaking up again. Kempo. We can't. We're not hearing.
Okay. Okay, so we see. Okay. So we have Tanka, that's 5 Buddhas. So now we have so think about this 5 peaceful 5.
You're still disconnected, Kempo. We're not hearing.
As I can see connections. Connections here is okay. I don't know. Can you hear? Hello?
Yes, we can hear, but you're breaking up, so we're not catching everything, at least on my end, Raul. And Michelle, is it the same for you?
Yes, it is the same. He's breaking up.
Okay.
So there's five both the there's six ram both are so no the animal ram is not ready there when we talk to five
Kempo,
Sheriff is like
Sherab said that your bandwidth is very low. He suggested maybe you go out and come back in again and try to reconnect and see if that will help.
no reset
Your picture is frozen and your speech is broken up, so still not connecting well.
You're muted, Kempo. You're muted.
It's Wi-Fi due to nothing.
Can you use your hotspot, Kempo? Would it be possible to use your hotspot?
Did
Okay.
hotspot
Is there another location in the house, perhaps?
this is the best location.
Okay.
So can you hear no?
Keep talking. You were breaking up pretty badly and freezing. Let's see what happens now.
Okay. So no, where we are, I think, okay, so the five Buddha we shared, five Buddha when arise, these five Rams, you know, karmic imprints is rising together. So the five Vijayadhara, their term is animal Ram, karma is arising together. So we have 6 Rams, right? And we finish 5, not finish 6 of them. So that's why here, this Vijayadharas, or this light red, it comes together, same time, animal Ram, karmic imprints also arising. So that's why we have to know here is the, Vijayadharas, 5 Vijayadharas, same time, and animal karma is arising. At the moment, a dull green light, indicative of the realm of the animals, will arise simultaneously with the light of pristine cognition and touch your heart. So it's the same, wisdom touch our heart, and also this negative karmic imprints also touch in our heart. At this time, bewildered and confused by your past habitual tendencies, because could be lost. Reason is our negative karma. You will be frightened by the 5 color light and wish to turn away. So same is like 5 Buddha, Instantly, you will be attached to the door light of the animal Rams. We can be strong attached to animal Ram light, because the reason is we have the strong karmic imprints in the animal Ram direction. So therefore, do not be frightened, nor by the bright and flashing 5 color light. Do not be terrified. And so we cannot, terrify these 5 color lights. Recognize the radiance to be pristine cognition within the 5 color lights. We have to recognize this 5 color lights is our spiritual quality. And this door lights is a negative animal karmic imprints. So that's why we have to follow our spiritual quality, and we can liberate ourselves. All the natural songs of the secret teachings. So we have to know this all song is where recognizes secret teaching, where resound like a thousand simultaneously peals of the thunder. So the sound is all recognized mantras, Buddha's mantra, or the Dharma teaching. So they were resounds like a violent echo, an overwhelming reverberation, trauma to us, crescendo, cacophony of war crisis. Okay, it's really hard words. So trauma to us, crescendo and cacophony of war arises. So this, is when this arises, and pound with the roar of wrathful mantras of terrifying ferocity. Do not be afraid, do not turn away. So the point is we don't not have to get fear and fear for that. Have to recognize, the form is Buddha's form, song is enlightenment song. Then everything that we can transform, dissolved. Recognize these songs and luminosity to be the naturally experienced power of your own awareness. Then that's another way, transform to Dharmakaya states. It's like always this area have our ability to recognize our own natural Rigpa. Long as we recognize our own natural Rigpa, then everything is naturally dissolved into the Dharmakaya. So that's why, recognize these songs and the luminosities to be the natural expansive power of your own awareness. We have to recognize our own awareness, manifesting naturally. Do not be attracted to the dull green light of the animals. Do not cling to it. So we cannot attach to that. If you become attached to it, so if it attach, then it's become big problem, mistake, okay? Never ever attach to that green dull light. You were far into the obscure realms of the animals and be enveloped by the limitless sufferings of confusions, I think, of focus for confusions, dumbness, and servility, from which there will be no immediate opportunity for release. Wow, so it's very hard. That's why we have to know this dull green light is no good. When we are in the Bardo, so always pick up the hardest one, okay? Don't go too easy, simple way. So more frightening, hardest, and recognize is or is our own natural mind arising, this powerful appearances. Then we have ability to get a realization. Otherwise, we stuck in the animal realms. So we recognize animal realms are not pleasant, so much suffering. So then animal realm is the hardest, is also going down to the more lower realms. It's the, percentage, 90% is going down. Only 10% could be have opportunity to go up. Could be not 10%, maybe like even less than 5% to go up in the animal realms. 95% can be go down because animals cannot create good karma. So they don't know what is right, what is wrong. All the time create negative karma, eat each other, hunt each other. So that's why if you get in that realm, no great. We have to be very careful in that state, falling down. So then, so do not be attached to that dull green light. Very easy to take care. but very easy to lost. Easy to take care. The reason is if we don't attach to this draw green light, we follow other lights. You know, it's very easy, actually, another way to free from suffering. But another way, very easy to stuck in the suffering realms, because very easy to attach to this door green lights, because due to our negative karma. So that's why this all is our karma negative is arising. So someone less negative karma to take birth in the animal realm. So this green light is not really appear to them, I think. You know, door green lights. Someone has a very strong negative karma, then that person hard to, I think, receive this enlightening, light. They have a very strong percept, this door green light, easy to go that direction path. So in these stages, everything is unpredictable. Everything is our individual situation. You know, the all is followed by our own karmic imprints. That's why no one knows your own experience, which kind of arise here. But definitely we know arise, you know, if we have a strong karma to take birth to the animal realm, this door green light is really strongly arise and pleasantly, joyfully arise. We can go that direction very easy. Someone don't have the God rebirth to the animal realm, this door green light is not that pleasant, not really appear to there. You know, so the appear to this Vijayadhara's light is more strong than this green light, more pleasant to this door green light. So that's all is up to individual. That's our thoughts. You know, we understand here is like teaching, talk about this all is our karma, karmic imprints is arising. So be devoted to the 5 color lights, that is radiant and dazzling. Focus instantly and one-pointedly on the divine example of the awareness holders. The transcendent Lord and the spiritual teacher thinking. So we have to thank all this Vijayadhara, devotion to that, and the supplication to these Vijayadharas. Then we have opportunity, ability to recognize realization. So as you, the awareness holder, together with your attending, heroes and dakinis, have come forward to escort me to the pure realm of the scarfarers. I implore you, pretty sentient beings such as myself, who have failed to amass the accumulations of merit and pristine cognition. So we strongly supplication to these Vijayadharas, and pretty those such as who have not been rescued until now. So, you know, like we take so many births in samsara, all this Vijayadhara's blessing is we lost. All this Vijayadhara's compassion, hope is we lost. So now we recognize and strongly supplication to them, you know, who have not been rescued until now. So until now we start in samsara. Now we strongly supplication to them, ask them to rescue us. Even though we have been impressed by the compassion of all these example deities of the far enlightened families, those gone to bliss throughout the 3 realms, today may you, the divine example of awareness holders, not allow me to descend any further than this. So we supplicating them, please don't go more wrong directions. Stop in moment there, wrong direction. Grasp me with the hope of your compassion and lead me immediately to the pure realm of the scarfarers. So we strongly supplication and, ask them, liberate us, focusing intently and one-pointedly on the divine mandala of awareness holders. Recite the following aspirational prayer. So we chant this aspiration prayer. All us are wrong in cyclic existence, driven by deep-seated habitual tendencies. May the divine example of awareness holder attain to me and lead me on the path with great love. May the example of spiritual heroes and awareness holders draw me forward, leading me on the path of radiant light, which is the luminous of co-emergence, persistent cognition. So, that's strongly we have to supplication to deity. And in this Vijadaras, may the supreme counsel, the house of Dakini, support me from behind. And in second, may I be rescued from the fearsome passageway of the intermediate state and be escorted to the sacred pure realm of the scarfarers. By making this aspiration a prayer with fervent devotion, you will dissolve into rainbow light in the heart of the divine example of the awareness holders. So we could be an opportunity to liberate. And thereafter, adoptedly be born into the pure realm of scarfarers. Adoptedly, we have to opportunity to liberate. So scarfarer is like, just directly go into the Buddha pure line. So that's called scarfarers. It's pure realm. Just usually different ways, like, saying the name is Sukhavati, actually Buddha pure line. At the tip of spiritual franking, attain recognition at this stage. Most, spiritual practitioner has ability to get a realization in this state. The seventh day, there is no doubt that even those with negative propensities can be attain liberation at this point. So even someone has negative karma, but connect to this teaching and practice, could be that person also can get liberation. So I think we wish ourselves, now we have this teaching, connections, and also always like keep Yedam deity in the mind and always do supplication prayers through our devotion. Then when we die, so we have ability to liberate in these different stages. So that's why here see, who has spiritual franking, attain recognition in this stage means like who kept the spiritual path, have opportunity, ability to liberate in this state. Then we don't have dropped in that point, we can liberate. Even, we have some negative propensities can attain liberation at this point. This concludes the first part of the great liberation by hearing. The introduction to inner radiance in the intermediate state of the time of death, and the introduction to to the peaceful deity of the intermediate state of reality. So we finish here 2 sections. One is a great, liberation hearing here has, introduction to the inner radiance in the intermediate state of the time of death. Liberation to Dharmakaya. And that also has different levels. I think so far we know there are 3 different stages in the intermediate, this time of death. I mean, the intermediate state of the time of death. Then peaceful deity for intermediate state of reality has 6 different levels. We have opportunity to liberate generally, but then these 6, each one has also a couple different levels have ability to realization. Like example, Buddha, Vairochana arise, then there has a couple stages to we have ability to realization. When Akshobhya Buddha Vajrasattva arise, we also that stage has second day also couple stages to we have ability to realization. So each of these Buddha has different levels. I mean the stages also each one has couple different levels to we get a realization. So that's part of all is called is peaceful deity teaching. And we finished the intermediate state of the time of death. So that is called to the inner reading in the intermediate state of the time of death. That's completely we finished teaching. But then here is the introduction to the peaceful deity of intermediate state of reality. So this intermediate state of reality has different sections. The first section is peaceful deity. So that's we finish. So now second section is also part of this intermediate state of reality. Second section is, so that is the part 2, okay? So then Samaya Jajaja is like great, seer. And we can say Emaho Tashidele, that kind of words have liberate, possible liberate. Next, go to the part 2. Part 2 is the inclusion of the appearance of the wrathful deity in the intermediate state of reality. No, going to share this wrathful deities. Then this has introduction. Wrathful deity, this teaching also followed introduction. Know the way in which the intermediate state of the wrathful deity arise should be presented. So should be presented like to the disease. Like when 7th day after, then we have to present these wrathful deities to the disease. In the previous intermediate state of the peaceful deity, there were 7 successive creature or dangerous pathways. We talked so far, that peaceful deity sections. And there has like very big, we can say very big opportunity to liberate 7 different stages. There were 7 successive creature or dangerous pathway, like opportunity to liberate. So, that follow stages are 7 different steps, and we have an ability to liberate during this peaceful deity. Then, by receiving introduction to this sequentially, even though one may not have attained recognition at one creature pathway, so some people not possible to get realization in that peaceful deity's teaching. One should have attained recognition at another, so then can be another way to the king realization. Those who have achieved liberation in this way are countless. So usually, we share this peaceful deities. Most beings have an opportunity to liberate. Those who achieve liberation in this way are countless, many beings. But not everyone. Then some, of course, like most people don't have the connections recognized. So that's why yet, although many have been liberated through such introduction to the nature of reality, sentient beings are numerous, so many sentient beings, so many diversity sentient beings. Even past actions are very potent. Negative obscurations are dense. So,
Khenpo, I'm so sorry to interrupt. We don't have the link to this next text that you're starting to teach on, the second part. Do you happen to have that you could share with us? We can share with the students.
Oh. Okay, so I can share in the chat room, right?
Yes, and I think Pam just sent it to me also. Let me see if it's the correct one. It looks like it is.
Do you get or no?
No. It has not appeared in the chat, Khenpo.
No, I don't know. Some reasons I cannot share.
I think I have it now, Khenpo, thanks to Pam. I'll get it in there. Thank you.
Another I can just share in the screen is better.
Yeah, that could be faster, Khenpo. You want to do that?
Share the screen is.
I have it in the chat room now, Khenpo, if you want to. It might be difficult to read.
I don't see it in the chat, Debbie.
It's loading now, Raul. It should be there in just a second.
Okay.
It's a big file.
Can you see the screen share?
Yes, we can. But that's too small. It was bigger before. You can make it bigger.
So it's part 2. I already talked a lot. Elucidation of the appearance of the wrathful deity in the intermediate state of reality. So this wrathful deity teaching, no. Then here has introduction. Okay, so I already went through this. Know the way in which the intermediate state of the wrathful deities arise should be presented. Means we have to, share this instruction to the disease. And the previous intermediate state of the peaceful deity, there were 7 successive crucial or dangerous pathways. Very important sections. The peaceful deity went through 7 different levels. We have opportunity to liberate in that peaceful deity arise. Then by receiving introduction to this sequentially, even though one may not have attained recognition at one crucial pathway, some still, due to the negative karma. When peaceful deity arise, due to negative karma could be there, still no recognize. One should have attained recognition at another. Those who have achieved liberation in this way are countless. Actually, someone who has this peaceful deity's teaching could be liberated mostly. Those who have achieved liberation in this way and countless, many beings liberate. Yet, although many have been liberated through such introduction to the nature of reality, many people get realization. Sentient beings are numerous, so many beings. So even you recognize, many beings liberating, but so we fear still sentient beings not decreasing because due to so many beings. That's, if you wanted to learn the 4,000, the 1,000 eye, 1,000 hand Chinese history. So he liberated so many beings, but still look back to samsara is not decreasing. Same, use this liberation hearing, can be many beings liberated, but still due to karma, so many beings there. So that's why here, see, sentient beings are numerous. Even past actions are very potent. It's very strong, negative karma. Negative obscurations are dense. Habitual tendencies are long-lasting. The circle of ignorance and bewilderment is inexhaustible and undiminishing. So that's, all these samsaric beings has this negative karma. Habitual tendencies are long-lasting. And, circle of ignorance and bewilderment is exhaustible and undiminishing. So all sentient beings has this created karma. So very hard to, that's why liberate. Despite having received introduction is such detail, there are still a large number who roam downwards, not having achieved liberation. Still not achieved liberation. So that's why then is this deity is arise is called, wrathful deity is arising. No, after the invitation of the example of the peaceful deities and the divine example of the awareness holder and the Dakini has passed. So all these peaceful deities arise, and also divine example of the awareness holder and the Dakinis arise for us, but we didn't recognize. We lost that chance, liberation. Then it has been passed away. So now the blessing example of the 58 wrathful blood drinking deities. So now this 58 wrathful deities arising. 58 deities, no same is 42 peaceful deities. So 42 peaceful deities, more peacefully arising, not that strong negative karma. The wrathful deity is arising means very strong negative karma is arising. So that's why wrathful deity is arising. I already share, explain more when we're starting the today teaching. Why is it become wrathful? Because the negative perceptions become very strong, very frightening. That's why this perception also we transform is, for wrathful deities. So very strong negative percept arise for frightening, cannot dissolve peacefully. And that's why also antidote or other hand, we need powerful, wrathfully deities can, transformed. That's why forms wrathful deity arise. Who are naturally transformed of the above example, peaceful deities will arise. And then this one, very important section. So we have to know. So these deities will be very similar in appearance to the peaceful deities. No same is peaceful deities. Here, so this is the intermediate state of the wrathful deities, and consequently, as disease will be overpowered by fear. So very easy to disease get fear, terror, or awe. Recognition also become more difficult. When peaceful deity rise, you have to could be recognized more easy. The reason is not that frightening. Your feeling is more comfortable, I think, more soft. So that's why you have a more relaxed mind, can be pick up, right one and recognize if long as you have instructions. When this wrathful deity arises, means like wrathful deity arises, you have to know if someone has negative karma strong, not deity, okay? This wrathful Mara is arising. So now we are Dharma practitioner. We have this Tantra teaching, so we transform a negative Mara percept is transforming to the wrathful deities form. That's why we say wrathful deities arise. So someone who never have this teaching, never even knowing anything about sacred Mantrayana teaching, then that person, like someone has created negative strong karma, that person is only negative Mara is arising. We cannot say negative, positive like this wrathful deities arise. So that's why we cannot misunderstanding. Sometimes people think only this is for some people think every single disease receive this Buddha's form body in this state. I think answer is could be no. Yeah. The reason is most beings only who create negative karma, they receive this fear is kind of maras, negative percepts. And why we call this one is deity, wrathful appearance is deity arise, because, we introducing the disease, like we think about ourselves as a disease. This is like introducing to the disease. Say, okay, this is really powerful. You see Mara, but it's not Mara. It is Buddha. It's wrathful, but you have to recognize that is your Buddha. We cannot say the disease, yeah, this is your Mara. That this torture you. you know, you're going to suffering because it's due to your karma. That means you don't want to have. You know, you don't give like good instructions for the disease. So no disease arises, this very scattering and very dangerous path, you know, frightening arise. So we're telling them, don't fear, be calm, relax, log to your awareness. It's only your perception, nothing is there, your delusion. If you can, this frightening is visualized Buddha's form. You know, wrath for deity, help you, release you, transform you, liberate you. So we're sharing that instruction to the disease. That's why, you know, we cannot say this all is a deity. We cannot say all this is a negative, because it's a, you know, when we share to the disease, we always say because this is like this is a positive, that is, you know, appearances. This and the intermediate state of the wrath for and consequently, as the disease will be overpowered by fear, terror, or awe, recognition also become more difficult. Uncontrollably, the awareness consciously faints. That's why very hard to know faint. But nevertheless, another also not too bad, another one thing there. If there is even the slightest recognition, liberation is easy. If the disease have a recognition slightly, like thinly, the recognize could be this is a Buddha form. And then that small thoughts really helps for that person to liberate. It's easy. So should you ask why this is so? Why is have this opportunity there? It's because once the always some, I think, terrifying and fear for appearances arise. So this very strongly arising. The awareness does not have the luxury of the distraction. So you're really strongly frightened, you know. Could be that moment you have knowing your own nature, Rigpa, because you don't have any distractions. So your all thoughts like fears, emotions like boom, you know. So that's why it's some has like short moment in time have opportunity to liberate. The awareness one-pointedly concentrated, see, the person is like very strong reflecting, mind is sharp, focal lips, you know, the concentrated that, you know, fear. So if that moment you have ability to look into your own nature, will liberate from samsara. It's a good thing, right? Okay. If at that stage, so no, I think we can today leave it there. Always stop the liberation is good. So the awareness one pointedly concentrated, we get the liberation. Thank you. So now we can finish the today teaching, and I'm going to share the dedication section. Dedication is section. Dorjen Jang, Telopa, Naropa, Marpa, Malarepa, Dharma, Loti Gambopa, Pamotropa, Loti Gompa, please bestow upon us most auspicious blessings of all Kaju Lamas. By this virtue may achieve nations by defeating all enemies' confusion. May all who travels on the waves of birth, old age, sickness, death, cross the ocean of samsara. Bodhicitta, the excellent, the precious mind, where it is unborn may it rise, where it is born may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. I pray the Lama may have good health. I pray the Lama may have a long life. I pray your Dharma activities separate far and wide. I pray that I may not be separate from you. As Manjushri Vero realized automated state, and as did Samantha Bardo, I will follow in the path and fully dedicate all the merit for all sentient beings. By the blessing of the Buddha who attained the three kayas, by the blessing of the true unchanging Dharma as such, by the blessing of indivisible Sangha, order made the merit I shall bear fruit. By the virtue collected 3 times, by myself and all beings in samsara and nirvana, and by any rule of virtue, may I and all sentient beings quickly attain unsurpassed, perfect, complete, precious enlightenment. May the teachings of Great Digompa Ranashiri, who is omniscient Lord of Dharma, Master of interdependence, continue to increase through study, practice, contemplation, and meditation until the end of the samsara. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Thank you, everyone. Touch Dele. See you tomorrow.
Tashirele, thank you.
Thank
you.
you.
Graciele, Kempola. Muchas gracias.
See you. Welcome, everyone.
Thank you, Debbie Raul, translator.